I would like to start by having you ask yourself a question. Did you walk today? I'm guessing that many of you did. In fact, walking is the most commonly reported form of physical activity. And walking is great. It doesn't require any special skills or training. You can walk to work, or go for a hike and enjoy nature, or just take a stroll around the block. But did you ever stop and wonder if walking is just too easy to actually be improving your health? Well, the health benefits that we all associate with exercise are, more specifically, associated with activities performed at a moderate intensity or higher. But even though you might not have sweat and suffered, walking can be a form of moderate and even vigorous intensity activity, as long as you walk fast enough. But how can you know? And how can health and fitness professionals prescribe walking at intensities that are high enough to treat and prevent chronic disease, but that are still appropriate for an individual's level of fitness? Well, just like how step counting has been embraced as a simple and understandable method of quantifying how much walking someone's getting in terms of steps per day, the purpose of my thesis is to use step counting to quantify walking intensity. And I'm doing this by looking at how many steps are taken in a minute, which you can think about as your step rate, or the term I will be using, your cadence. In our lab, we observed people's cadences at different speeds of treadmill walking and found it was strongly related to how much oxygen they were using to produce energy, the gold standard measure of intensity. With this data, I'm developing an equation in which you can plug in your cadence and predict your walking intensity. I'm also using some more complicated statistical techniques to figure out what individual characteristics like age, sex, height, and weight improve the accuracy of this equation. One way this research can be applied is in physical activity measurement. This equation can be incorporated into Apple Watches, Fitbits, and other wearable devices to tell you not only how many steps you took in a day, but at what intensity those steps were taken. This equation can also be used by health professionals who want to prescribe walking to improve health. First, they can tell a person how much to walk by giving them steps per day prescription, like to take 10,000 steps a day. And they can then tell a person how fast to walk for reaching the right intensity, using my equation to give them a cadence prescription, like to take 3,000 of these steps at 100 steps per minute. The person could then go home and listen to a song or a metronome with a tempo around 100 beats per minute and step in sync with the beat to walk at the right intensity. And voila, exercise is medicine, and there's a prescription. Thank you.